Hello, my name is Brody McGowan, and I am here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, which is the oldest stadium that is a part of the BigEast Basketball Conference. The Butler men's basketball team and the students of Butler University have gained many new perks since the school joined the BigEast Conference in 2013. Butler manager Jack Hobson was asked about his opinion on the positive elements of Butler's introduction into the Big East.
And it's made going to Hinkle every day a much more enjoyable experience.
The current Big East Conference consists of 11 teams, which are Butler, the University of Connecticut, Creighton, DePaul, Georgetown, Marquette, Providence, St. John's, Seton Hall, Villanova, and Xavier University. The conference consists of 3 NBA stadiums and many other classic arenas that are well known by all, even outside of diehard basketball fans. The conference also has a major presence in 7 out of the 50 major media markets, being New York, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Milwaukee, and Indianapolis. However, before discussing more about how the modern-day Big East is, it is important to discuss the history of the conference and what led it to what it is today. The Big East Conference was founded by Providence head coach Dave Gavitt in the year 1979, who dreamed of a Northeastern basketball conference that would grow to include Providence, Seton Hall, Georgetown, Rutgers, the University of Connecticut, Syracuse, Boston College, and Holy Cross. Villanova and the University of Pittsburgh also joined the conference shortly after its inception. The conference started to include football in the year 1991, which also included the introduction of the University of Miami into the conference. However, this raised major issues for the conference as a whole, as certain teams either had football teams that could not compete on an FBS level or did not have football teams at all. This was compared to schools like Miami and Virginia Tech, who had elite football programs. The solution to this was making a new conference system in which some schools were deemed as football-only schools. These schools included Rutgers, Temple, Virginia Tech, and the University of Virginia. Other schools, such as Miami and newcomer Notre Dame, split themselves between playing both football and basketball, while schools who had just basketball teams, such as Marquette, just played basketball. Needless to say, this system led to problems in the conference as it made understanding the conference very calculated and difficult. This led to many teams getting poached up into other conferences such as the Big Ten and ACC. As a result of these problems, in the year 2013, DePaul, Georgetown, Providence, Seton Hall, Villanova, and Marquette refounded a new Big East that once again only played basketball. They soon later recruited Xavier, Creighton, and Butler University into their conference. The University of Connecticut later rejoined this new conference in 2019. Butler University students also gained many other advantages from the changing of conferences that they went through in 2013. For instance, Butler was able to gain new financial support that was responsible for building many new things on campus, such as the esports facility, which is loved by students.
It's helped me take new classes and delve into another part of sports where video games is, instead of a physical sport, we're watching people play video games, which I think is pretty cool, and it allows people from all across campus to try and pick up the minor and maybe learn about it if they want to.
The increase in funding from the newfound Big East Conference also allowed Butler to found the sports media major, which is currently one of the best sports media programs in the country.
The few schools that I looked at that had that as a program, and when I met with the staff on a visit, I realized how much they cared about the program and how much it meant to them, and I wanted to get the same thing out of it.
However, joining the Big East Conference has come with a host of issues for the men's team that were somewhat unaccounted for. To start, the Butler University men's team is outspent by the remainder of the conference, and many people believe that this difference in funds will come with an inherent downside. This apparent lack of funds compared to the other teams in the conference has led many to stating that Butler is overmatched. However, on top of low funding, many people also put the lack of success on other factors, such as a lack of positive recruiting and a very slow offensive system that did not play to the players' strengths in previous years. However, the state of Butler basketball seems to be on the upswing this season as the team is currently in 5th place in the Big East standings with a new coach and a young roster. However, matchups against number 5 ranked University of Connecticut and number 10 ranked Creighton University will be true testing points for the hopefully revamped Bulldogs.